Hey, what's up, YouTube? Alright, so we were talking about getting a scanner video out there on the maxisys Mini. So I got a 2003 Cavalier, what is it, 2.2 F motor. This car sat for like about a year. It was driven real hard. I mean, real hard. I put a motor in it. It ran great. Um, but it didn't hold up to the abuse. So here it is. We got a dead battery. Been charging for about a half hour. Definitely a no start. And I heard something. That didn't sound good. So we're gonna take a look right now. That I didn't like. So started right up. Well, this is what we'll do. We'll grab the scanner, hook it up, and we'll go from there. Alright, so we are going to talk about the scanner a little bit. Probably more so than the car. I do want to show what the scanner can do. Everybody knows what snap-on scanners can do, so there's really not a lot of info on this. Erico's got some pretty good videos out on it. You can see what it could do. But they made some pretty good changes. I'm really happy with the changes they've made in the past 6 months with this. So let's boot it up. See how long it takes to actually start up. Wireless VCI. Nice. Alright, so what we'll do here is we're just going to start it up, because I think that noise that we heard was actually a lifter that had bled down. We're going to redo that test after the car warms up. But the car sat for a real long time, so I'm not real excited about that. But I did want everybody to see that, because that's part of diag on a drivability situation here. So, and then if you don't check that out, that could lead you down the wrong path. Okay, so what I'm going to do here is I'm going to start this up. It does not want to stay. So we'll start this up. And I'm probably going to end up getting in the way over here, but hopefully the sun Oh yeah, that's bad. Okay, so let's try moving that. That is not gonna work. Alright, we have to reposition the camera here. Alright, let's get it started and I'll pitch it with the camera. Started right up. Nice. Okay. A little bit better. Back. There we go. That takes some of the glare out. Alright. Okay, so what we'll do here is we'll first do an all system scan. Yes. 4-speed automatic. Yep. And we'll let it do its auto scan. I want to see what codes come up. I was having what was I having? I was having where do I want to go here? Do a little commentary back out here. Alright, so I was having some IP communication and I think body control module. No codes in the ECM, so doesn't seem to be skipping. We'll take a look at that. Okay. We got no lights here. That's a good thing. Let's see what we got here for the scanner again. Let's zoom in on it. Wow, this glare is absolutely terrible. Alright, here we go. Back out a little bit here. Okay. Still don't know if that can be seen good here. I don't know. This is kind of rough. Yeah, we got one bad glare here, real bad. I wonder. This might actually take care of that. So let's see here. Maybe I can go like this. Maybe that might take care of some of the glare. Nope, didn't do nothing. Wow. Where's the glare coming from? Behind me. Alright, so I gotta pause this for a second. Alright, so we'll continue on. Had to move it in the car. There's a lot of glare. Sun's just coming around, so hopefully I don't get in the way. Alright, let's see what we have. Okay. Let's see now. Alright, so no powertrain. And do a quick report. See what we got here. No fault. Communication issue. Lost communication with IP. And lost communication with IP. So both of these issues have a problem with the IP. Body control and not really sure what's going on there. Alright, so we got no codes. Let's look at some live data. We'll go to misfire, see if that issue is affecting anything here. So current just take a look at those only. I just saw something, yeah. Number 4 had something going on. Let's grab them. Okay, so yeah, this is what I wanted to show Justin, because he knows the snap-on can do it already. So you could adjust the scaling, the time, I guess, what is it, XY, and you could set Y. So currently this goes from 0 to 300 or almost 300, 296. So you could I'm not going to show that here, I'll show that somewhere else. Okay, so a little bit of a misfire, stumble, could be bad gas. Like I said, this thing sat for about a year. So engine data, we'll take a look at this, show you what the scanner can do here. Alright, so let's take it, engine speed, engine load, airflow, calculated. We'll just look at these real quick. So here on the X, you can actually set time along with the airflow. Now everything's on the bottom, engine load. Everything here is on the bottom. And we got engine load 0 to 100, airflow 0 to 50, and engine RPM up to 7 grand. I'm not going there. So messed up. Alright, so like I said, you could adjust time. We'll put everything on so I can get a long view here. Oh, didn't want to do that. Okay, so, and then scale. So engine RPM is 0 to 7,000, and it's at the bottom. And I don't know, let me give a little gas. Okay, I'm not really going crazy with it. But I did want to show this off, so we'll set the axis, we'll set the Y-axis here to what I want. And why did that do that? Oh, we crashed. We crashed. Oh. Complete crash. Wow, I don't know what happened there, but it's on there. So we got history. Come back over here. We crashed, people. Not good. So diagnosis. Okay, so we'll do another auto scan to show you how fast this thing really goes through GM. And that's how long it takes to go through a GM vehicle. And they're all about the same. All GMs are pretty close to about the same kind of speed. This is the scanner to grab for a GM car. Okay, so powertrain, we got nothing. I want to look at the misfire that we had, or that we heard. So we'll go to powertrain, click OK. Look at live data, engine live data, and we want to go to misfire. And we want to look at current and only current. That's what we're interested in here. Give a little gas. Looks like 2. Something might be going on with number 2. And just a note here, this is the first time this car's been running for about a year. So I'm not overly concerned about these little misfires. Looks pretty good, sounds pretty good. Didn't sound good when I first started it up though. That did not sound good at all. I got a little worried. So what can we look at? I wanted to show what this thing could do. So let's look at some data. We'll take a look at how smooth this thing is actually idling for what it is. Desired idle speed. What we'll do airflow and engine load, and we'll look at those. That's what I had picked, but it crashed. So we were looking at engine speed, and I was saying about it going up to 0 to 7 grand. So what we'll do here is we'll set our own RPM here, our own scale. Set Y. Okay, so we'll go minimum, 0, maximum. I'm not going to go over 2 grand for right now. Set, and as you see, the scale changed. Nice. Kind of real nice. I like that feature. They just added that into here. I don't know, some people have been knocking the grafting on this. I think it's probably one of the best out there. I don't know. It does everything Snap-on will do and more. So I don't see a difference. I don't like the grafting on launch products. I don't like how they go about doing it. And I really don't know how reliable it is. I've had problems with it. But you need a launch scanner to work on these cars today, so enough about them. So here we go. Now we can look at these 4 data PIDs, or we can look at one. Now I want to show something here. So airflow calculated, we'll keep that, and we're going to graph that because I do want to show something about this scanner that I found kind of weird. And we're going to set it up the same way we just set that up with the idle. So we go to 0 here, and then let's set our max for like 20. This way we could see any kind of quick changes on the scale here. Okay, so we see our data here. Now this is weird, and I can't explain. Anybody got an explanation for this that has one of these? I'm all ears. So we have data flowing and everything, So now I come over here, I'm going to just look at RPM. I want to take a look at really how smooth it is. No problem. Looks pretty good. It's going anywhere from 6 1/4 to about 590, 580. So 6 1/4, that's a 40 RPM spin, not too bad. I'm not crying about it. Now, when I come back here to the regular screen, so I'm going to shrink this back down to look at all the data I had. And of course it's going to go back to everything. There we go. Now, let me slow this down so we can see what I'm talking about. Okay, so we have data on everything. So I come up here and I look at this. Now I'm going to raise the RPM. You can see the RPM go up a little bit. Okay, so there was a change there. Now I'm going to come back over here. There was a change in airflow, but you don't see it. Was there? There it is. So my guess on this scanner is when you're in full screen, just make sure I'm catching everything. So my guess is, so there's the RPM. When you go to full screen, so this is airflow, grams a second. And the RPM is definitely going up. But when I come over here to regular, it's not there. There's what I just did, and there's nothing there. That's kind of weird. So I would take it that full screen is only exclusive to that particular PID only that you're viewing. And based on other things that I've seen, this thing seems to only capture the screens. It only captures PIDs that are in the screen. Everything else it misses. That includes record. It says a record, it says a freeze. So I can record this. I'm not really going to get into that right now. Later on I will. You could record. You could set up alarm. You could take and move items around. So you could show all my idle air temperature sensor. Well, here, let's see what we got. Let's just, what's at the top? Engine speed is on top right now. We'll throw an O2 sensor to the top. Wow, this thing does not like me today. So we had engine load before, and now the air to the top, engine RPM. So the idle air control went next in line. So if I unshow everything here, show all, unselect these, and I want to put something on top like the idle air temperature sensor, and we'll throw that to the top, and there it goes. But what's weird is if that's selected and I go to put this on top, this is just going to go next in line. Next in line. But if these aren't selected and I go to top, it moves to the top. Takes a little while to get used to something like this, but it is what it is. Grams per second. Justin just did something with that Nissan. So let me change my scale here back.